Hey guys, More Magician here, and today we're going to be talking about how, from a previous video, I made a theory and how it was kind of confirmed in this week's episode of Magician Season 3, Episode 8. So, before we get started, I highly suggest that you go watch my theory video first that I made in Season 3, Episode 7, in the previous one. So, I'm gonna put that in the link in the description. Also, I'm gonna try to put like a thumbnail here. So stop now, go to the video, watch that one first, then come back to watch this one because it's kind of like a part 2, you know. But now that you gone and watched that, you came back. So we learned that the excrement, like the magic cocaine, came from fairy parts. Like it's actually made from fairies, and I was thinking that it was. Because, again, fairies are magical creatures. And they didn't lose their magic, if you get what I'm saying. So, like, even though they were kind of... I guess they weren't still, because we saw in Season 3, Episode 7, they vanished on Elliot and Margot when the Fairy Queen abandoned them to the mob of Fillory. And once she literally just vanished thin air with magic. And I noticed the visual effects on it was similar to the fairies. And I started remembering the big focus is magic creatures, because who has magic is magic creatures. And fairies are magical creatures, technically. So they would still have that magic. They cut off magic from humans. So that means if you're a human, you can't perform magic. Magic creatures, magic animals, magic humanoid creatures, and like again, travelers are technically hybrids. They can still use magic because they're not fully human. They can't cast advanced spells, but they can naturally still travel and go through different dimensions, different places, and teleport. And once we saw the smaller fairy, well, it was a slave, and she was being cut up, that pretty much summed it up. Like that's what they were. Julia and Finn figured out that that's what the magic cocaine was. And I knew the red flag was in Season 3, Episode... What episode that? It was either 4 or 3, I'm not sure. But when Julia was in the house and she held the key that shows things that are hidden, and she saw the fairies. And that meant the fairies in her house. And I'm just like, how does the fairies do that? And that means, and I think, so Irene. So once we learned that Irene was literally cutting up fairies and grinding them down to magic cocaine, Finn and Julia were just like astonished that this is where it's coming from. But I was ready. I knew as soon as I saw the fairies in Irene house something was wrong. So my idea is, so my second part to the first theory is that Irene and her family, because she said she had a reserve of how they did magic. So I think that Irene has made a deal with the Fairy Queen in order for her to have fairy servants. And so with these fairy servants, that means she can do whatever she wants with them. Okay? And if she can do whatever she wants with them, then she can, if she wants to kill them, she can kill them. Fairy Queen can't do nothing about that. It's not her people no more. She's literally giving them up to Irene because they're cleaning her house, they're doing her bidding, and they've been lied to. The fairy that Irene owned, the Fairy Queen told her that she was keeping her safe from magicians and things of that nature. And I'm just like, what? Like, you can single-handedly take out people on your own. What are you talking? I mean, you need protection. That's silly. So the Fairy Queen willingly brainwashed her own people to get to Irene. Now, for what she gets from Irene, that I don't know. And I'm thinking of something of what she could do. But I definitely hypothesize that Irene and her whole family from the generation maybe past, that is passed down, the deal may have been passed down, that they have a deal with the Fairy Queen. Because obviously she can see them. If she can cut them up, she can see them then for sure. Alright, so that would be it for this one. Let me know what you guys think. What do you guys think if Irene has made a contract with the Fairy Queen? What do you think the Fairy Queen wants from her? And what do you think they really are trying to do? Because I think that Irene and the Fairy Queen are doing something, collaborating together to take over Fillory and Earth. Because no wonder she bought up Brakebills. She may be saying, I'm trying to defend Brakebills, but I think it's more to it than that. And maybe we'll figure it out in the oncoming episodes. Alright, so comment, like, subscribe. I'm going to put the video for my last theory on at the end of this video. So if you want to check it out and you're just being like, oh, a rebel, you little rebel you, and checking it out, then check it out. It's at the end. Comment, like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.